Hello, people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. After a long time, I'm doing face to face with you. I mean, the reviews, I was just putting my camera right here and then I was just reviewing on the table. But, once in a while, I just take a break, I enjoy my breaks. It's been like 3 days, I think, since I did my last review or something like that. So I want to do sort of like a re-review or a talk on Dior Homme, the older version. Sorry, I'm always multitasking. Anyway, I want to talk about the Dior Homme. I finally bought a bottle. I'll let you know my thoughts on this one, final thoughts. I'll compare it with some of the fragrances that are similar, flankers, stuff like that. You might hear some noise outside. All this time, it's now 9:30 here, 9:20. I went for morning walk, breakfast, tea. All this time, there was no noise. Now, recently, just started working. So if you hear some noise, I'm sorry. But I'll let you know everything, my final words on Dior Homme. And this is the older formulation. You guys know that Dior Homme basically is one of the finest lines, okay? And many of my brothers, they said to me, like, that's their first fragrance. Like, Dior Homme is the fragrance they fell in love with. You guys know who you are. And I always said my favorite was always, I started off with Dior Homme Intense because this was my baby, 2014. So the bottle I have here of Dior Homme, it's a 2017 version, but it's basically the last formulation of older Dior Homme, the Dior Homme original DNA. So this one, now they changed. I have a small sample of the original one. I mean, sorry, the new one, Dior Homme 2020. This is I think I got it from Bilal Sharif Bhai. He bought the perfume and I'm just lucky to have him around me that I can try out fragrances before I do full bottles. So, I mean, do buy the full bottle. So we start somewhere. So Dior Homme, basically, I did review full bottle. That was my brother-in-law's bottle. His bottle is finished. His bottle was 2014 version. And he got it, I think, as a gift from my parents during their wedding anniversary or something. And I said, the fragrance is nice, it's beautiful, iris, but it did not last that much. Okay, the longevity was not the best. That's why I picked up Dior Homme Intense as my overall winner, despite having, I say, where's my other one? Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum is a new version, but basically the same. 100 ml is same as the 75 ml. I had both. I like them better because they are longer lasting. But recently, I saw that the older formulation. Okay, let me show you once again, and then we'll go why I bought this. This is how that box looks. And the new one, the bottle is different because it will say Dior Homme on the cap. The older version, they don't say that. So they have this Dior Homme, okay, silver and black. You see the compartments on the side. I took out the sticker. I always put that from the sticker to the box, and there is the bottom batch code. So there's a 100 ml version. I've seen 50, 100, and I think there is a small miniature of 15 ml or 7 ml, I forgot, or 10 ml. And then they have the 150 ml, the biggest bottle as far as I know. There's no 200 ml. So the bottles are very classy. Okay, here you go. Once again, it's just classy bottle. I love this over Dior Homme Intense nowadays because the Dior Homme Intense is black cap, but this one is a see-through cap, makes it more classy looking bottle. They copied this bottle design in many Zara fragrances, I believe, also many other houses, because it's such a stunning, classy looking bottle. Dior and Chanel, some of the best. Okay, so it will say Dior Homme, nice yellow colored juice. Previously, the vintage version, 2005 or whenever it was released, I think 2011 perhaps, the first time it was released, it had a sort of like a metallic stem, okay, not the black one. And then the atomizer looks like a very nice atomizer. Okay, I'm wearing something on my hand this side, so let me spray this. Let me just show you how nice the sprayer is. You can spray a little, okay, like that, squirt, and then big atomizer. So very nice, attention to detailing everywhere. It says CD. Okay, be careful where you buy them from. They can be faked a lot. So why did I decide to buy it? First reason, even though I said this is not the fragrance I would actually want to buy, when I did it review like 2-3 years back, at that time this was available. Nowadays this is getting hard to find. Like this formulation, prices are going higher because the newer formulation when 2020 Dior Homme is out. This one is available everywhere in the Dior boutique. I think they also still have it, but they are reducing in number of production. So then that's my first reason, getting harder to find and rarer. After a few days, let's say by next year or this year end, this fragrance will not be available in any shop, as far as I understand. I don't think the sellers will bring it to you for any cheaper as well. Okay, so second reason is price is gonna go high. So third reason, Dior Homme, let's just tackle that main issue with it, is that performance. Many people said the original Dior Homme was as strong as Dior Homme Intense nowadays, and then Dior Homme Intense got reformulated after 2014. It got reformulated, and now the newer version I have also. I have gone through like all the versions. Okay, Dior Homme, this is the more modern version. But after this, they release one more. But then they say Dior Homme Parfum, what they release now. This is the trickery, The Dior Homme Parfum is now like the old Dior Homme Intense. But with all due respect, they have their differences, okay? So what I really like about this one, Dior Homme, there is notes like cacao, the lipsticky iris, there is supposedly leather, and then they said something like a patchouli, and a little bit of citrus freshness with this, like a mandarin orange sort of freshness. When you smell it, that beautiful opening is just stunning. You'll get that in Dior Homme Intense as well, but that beautiful watery iris lipstick is very much like a typical like this is the one of the fragrances that started that unisex trend, like not unisex, it's like what's the word I'm looking for, not the most masculine like color like kuros or like 70s powerhouse. This was like a different trend altogether. So it's I'm trying to look for the word because sorry, early morning, metrosexual, that's sort of like a trend this one started. So many women said this is wearable for me because this is something I can relate to. This is not as ultra masculine, it's very classy. So the performance issue, is it a big issue? Yeah, could be a big issue to many people. This one does last on me like 5 to 6 hours, but after 5 to 6, like first 2 hours, this one becomes very close skins and it's there, you can smell it, but it does not project like Dior Homme Intense. Like Dior Homme Intense would project the 2014, it projected like 4 or 5 hours, lasted well over 10 hours. But the newer formulation, it's like a little bit less, like 7 to 8 hours longevity of Dior Homme Intense and say 1 hour of projection. So they get watered down. But here's the thing, after a while, you won't even get Dior Homme. This is the sad part. And those who really loved that iris, that powdery iris, that sort of like nice, smooth blend, kind of like this niche quality, which made this line amazing. Dior Homme Sport, Dior Homme Cologne, Dior Homme Eau, Dior Homme, what is the other one? Dior Homme Parfum, Dior Homme, the ones I have reviewed, all of them. So what really made this line stand out is that quality, the beautiful bottles, the atomizer, everything is just nice. People love the older Dior Homme Sport, okay? So yeah, yes and no with this perfume, So if you have been a fan of this, you should get it. If you're thinking like, should I get this bottle? Like I got it, like it's $100, okay? You have to get it. After a few days, you won't even find it. So this fragrance get compared to Valentino Vumo. I think it's still in the market. I actually preferred this back in the time because this bit cheaper than this. So now I don't know if Valentino Vumo is still there, but I really like them both. Okay, I'm not gonna say one is winner over the other, but Valentino Vumo lasts about the same time, okay? But this one has slightly better projection, almost the same smell, but it has this kind of creamy Jandua cream, makes it a bit more gourmand, okay? So these both are really, really good. You can own them both if you are a collector. But then Valentino Vumo Intense got discontinued, which is a comparison to Dior Homme Intense, okay? I'm not gonna compare that with here, but I really enjoyed Lipstick On, okay, because this is a great performer. Now also discontinued. It looks like the juice color actually is very nice, and it's like Dior Homme meets Vive Delicious, that kind of a cherry tonka, beautiful creation. But here is your solution if you don't want to spend or want to hunt down this bottle. I heard some of my good brothers said in USA Dior Homme is getting very rare, this particular version. It's going to happen eventually. If the production stops, the bottle will be harder to find. So what's your solution? You can do this way. If you want to be more modern, more affordable, you can look Givenchy. Okay, Givenchy Gentleman, the new line, new line. This one got the pear, iris, pink pepper, much more modern. This one lasts really well. And if you really dig Dior Homme Intense, you can get this one, Givenchy Gentleman EDP. Very long lasting, added leather, got the iris, very nice. It's really, really more modern, spicy. And the Boise version, it's also good. It's like more boozy. So the thing is, there are a lot of options available. It's not like you really have to have this one right here. But if you have been a fan of, none of those fragrances are exact same with Dior Homme. Dior Homme, the blend is still, Francois Dimashi did that, the first formulation, I think. He's still doing it, or who's doing it, I'm not sure. But in the end, I crave for it. This winter was not the best winter in Bangladesh, but our winter became like 15 degrees, 16 degrees out there. So I kind of enjoyed this smell with the leather jacket on in the evening time. Very classic. This is very sophisticated. It's kind of like a poetry, like a being in UK, like being near the Manchester, the university on the lake, like you see students around. This is kind of like a nobleman's fragrance, a very romantic fragrance. It's not there to show off. Okay, this is a personal sentiments. So yeah, all those reasons make me buy it because I've been a big fan. I collected every single bottle of Dior Homme except this one. Okay, so I even have a small bottle of this one. I could not buy, Dior Homme Puff O, so I have a small miniature bottle. So I'm a fan of this line. So if you have been a fan of this line and you like this smell, you want to stock up, you can do it. I'm not trying to hype it up, hey, it's gone, but it will be gone. At some point, it will be gone, and Dior Homme new one is going to take over, which is not a bad perfume at all. I really like it. It's more fresh, it's more crowd pleasing, it has a better performance than this one, has good longevity, good projection, but these are two entirely different fragrances. I get kind of like a Dior Homme sport vibe from this, with that, this has this grapefruity, sandalwoody, and it has a really sparkly sort of a citrus about this. So these two are really nice. I guess they're trying to make it more like, it's been what, 2011 till 2000, I forgot which year it was released. About, it has more than 10-15 years on its like behind it. Okay, so Dior Homme. So that's why they're perhaps going for a different direction. So the whole point of doing this review is, for me, I think I'll just tell you, if you have been a fan of Dior Homme and you've been like split, like should I get this or should I not, you should get it, because of the smell. You'll really enjoy this, trust me. It's just the iris is a lot more beautiful, sweeter, and it's like citrusy. It's not amped up with the leather. Leather is very mute at the back. It's like, almost think of what perfume I can think of with the leather. Like some of the leather based fragrance, they're not really leather heavy, but the leather is right there. CH Man, nice little leather there, just to make it enough to make it interesting. This one has that, but main player, that iris, is just lovely. So I think many people agree with me. If you have been a fan of Dior Homme, get a backup bottle, you will not regret it. But if you want to be practical, you don't want to buy so many bottles, you can opt for Valentino Vumo, you can get Givenchy Gentleman, you can get anything else that has iris, that makes you happy with a better performance. Absolutely. If you ask me even like which one I'm going to prefer out of this to, Dior Homme Intense or Dior Homme, I will say Dior Homme Intense is my first love. Okay, you guys know this bottle. I took out many times, this fragrance to make it like 5-6 videos to make a content. Okay, so Dior Homme Intense definitely my number one, but Dior Homme definitely is not a bad fragrance. Okay, so I'll enjoy this every time I want to feel comfy, enjoy like cup of cappuccino or something, sitting by like a coffee place, mild cold weather. This will be perfect. Okay, it's more versatile than Dior Homme Intense in my humble opinion. So yeah, end of the day, personal choice, personal preference, and I think this fragrance will make excellent signature scent even today. Even this was released very modern, very unique, and it inspired many other fragrances in the market out there. So yeah, Dior Homme, definitely the new version, old version, whatever Dior Homme produces, I would buy. Okay, so yeah, thank you for watching, and overall this fragrance, I would think it's a fragrance collection worthy. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you have been a collector and you think like which one's gonna go away, this is one of them that's just gonna completely go away from the market very soon. Thanks for watching. Have a very nice day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.